score as a negotiated terrain, philosophical inquiry in sound. Beloved, Opus 6 resists reduction to a mere vessel for musical material. Rather, it operates as a site of ongoing philosophical investigation. Temporal design is foregrounded, not as an incidental backdrop, but as a conceptual axis. The cycle's progression from fluid, compound time toward more directed binary configurations signals an inquiry into the nature of musical and existential temporality. The work actively poses the question: is subjectivity confined to recurring cycles, or does it retain the potential for linear, transformative motion? Silence and sonic decay are integral, not ornamental, reflecting phenomenological explorations reminiscent of Husserl or Merleau-Ponty, wherein time, memory, and expectation are enacted through presence and absence in sound. Syntactic negotiation. The syntactical strategies within the score are intentionally complex. Santorini degli Archangeli synthesizes and subverts multiple musical languages. Extended tonality, modal reinterpretation, and saturated chromaticism are juxtaposed with performative practices referencing Mahler, Debussy, and Berio. Syntax in this context is fluid. Form emerges as a consequence of the interactions among metrical, harmonic, and expressive processes. Detailed performance annotations serve not as mere embellishments, but as active syntactical agents, recalibrating or even supplanting conventional readings. The score thus operates as a semiotic arena, where the meaning and unfolding of music remain continually contested. Performative negotiation. On the performative plane, the score resists routinization and requires continuous negotiation. Metrical shifts, from dotted minim to crotchet pulses, persistent flux in expressive markings, and the prominence of silence and decay demand that interpreters confront uncertainty and recalibrate ensemble synchrony and temporal perception. This deliberate tension between technical and expressive imperatives necessitates a heightened, even philosophical, attentiveness. Performers are compelled to interrogate what it means to embody particular musical states, or to consider the ontological status of sound in any given moment. The ensemble, far from presenting as a static entity, becomes a forum for the negotiation of individual and collective agency in the unfolding present. Dialogue with the post-tonal tradition. Beloved, Opus 6 situates itself in critical dialogue with a post-tonal lineage. Late Fauré is rhythmic and modal innovations, Mahler's radical expressivity, the sonic focus of Debussy, and the fragile sonorities of Berio and Sciarrino. Yet, Santorini's approach is neither one of mere homage nor outright rejection. Instead, the score appropriates, interrogates, and extends the syntactical and expressive possibilities of its predecessors, recalibrating familiar signifiers, such as piangendo or con gravità cosmica, within a philosophical and phenomenological framework. This dialogue is articulated structurally. Metric ruptures function as temporal dramas, and expressive markings are strategically mapped to articulate a philosophy of becoming, rather than simply a sequence of effective states. The austerity of materials, thematic restraint, filtered timbre, and refined chamber scoring serves to eliminate extraneous gesture, ensuring each notational and expressive element carries maximal semantic weight. A distinctive artistic voice. Santorini's commitment to austerity stands in marked contrast to the sentimentality or excess often associated with late Romantic or early modernist paradigms. Every gesture is essentialized. Only those elements serving the work's ontological and communicative aims are retained. This economy of means, paired with philosophical ambition, constitutes the composer's distinctive voice. The objective is not merely to move the listener emotionally, but to provoke a restructuring of consciousness through performance and audition. In this sense, the score is far from static. It is, to borrow Deleuzian terminology, a dynamic field, a topological space in which forces, signs, performers, and temporalities intersect, negotiate, and transform one another. The vitality of the work's syntax and expression persists only insofar as it remains the subject of ongoing negotiation among composer, performer, and listener. Meaning, in this context, is not static. It continually shifts, resists finality, and is perpetually reinterpreted through each encounter. Viewed from this perspective, Beloved, Opus 6 is not merely an expressive artifact or a demonstration of compositional prowess. Rather, it serves as a kind of experimental site, a laboratory, if you will, for probing some of the most profound challenges in contemporary musical thought, the entanglements of temporality, meaning, presence, and the creative act itself.